You ever get that feeling? That cold dread creeping up your spine, telling you something's just off. It was a quiet Tuesday night. Rain tapped against my window, a lonely rhythm. The kind of night where shadows seem a little deeper and every creak of the house feels like a whisper. It started 3 weeks ago. A text from Dr. Morrison Health. Your appointment is tomorrow at 2 p.m. Dr. Morrison passed away in 2023. 3 years ago. I replied, stop. The system responded, Dr. Morrison has noted your cancellation. She would like to know why. My next text was just a photo of my living room, taken 10 minutes ago. I remember the chill that ran through me, not just the cold air from the window I'd left ajar, but something deeper, a faint metallic smell, like old pennies, seemed to cling to the air. I checked every corner, every shadow. Nothing, just the familiar clutter of my life. The next day on my commute, the train was unusually empty. The rhythmic clatter of the wheels on the tracks was the only sound. I caught my reflection in the darkened window, and for a split second, I saw another face behind me, gaunt, with eyes that seemed to drink the light. I spun around, empty seats, just a trick of the light, I told myself, but the cold air around me intensified. Later that week, at my boarding house, I was making tea. The kettle whistled, a shrill sound in the quiet kitchen. I turned to grab a mug, and when I looked back, the kettle was off the burner, sitting on the counter, still steaming. I live alone. I always have. The texts kept coming, not daily, but randomly. Dr. Morrison is concerned about your well-being. It's important to talk. Each one felt like a cold breath on my neck. I started noticing things. Objects in my apartment moved slightly. A book on the floor when I swore I'd left it on the table. A shadow in the hallway mirror just at the edge of my vision. That vanished when I focused. The smell of damp earth, even indoors. One night, I was trying to sleep. The silence was heavy, suffocating. I heard a faint scratching sound coming from inside my closet, like fingernails on wood. I froze. It stopped. Then a soft thud. I didn't move. I couldn't. I just lay there, listening to my own heart pound. The climax came last night. Another text. Dr. Morrison is waiting. I was in my living room, the same room from the photo. The air grew heavy, thick with that metallic scent. The faint scratching returned, this time from behind the couch. I slowly turned my head, and there, in the dim light, I saw it. Not a person. Not a ghost. Just a subtle shift in the air, a distortion like looking through heat haze, but cold. And within that distortion, a pair of eyes, not human eyes. They held an ancient, patient hunger. It wasn't a jump scare. It was worse. It was the realization that Dr. Morrison wasn't just sending texts. She was here, and she wasn't just a memory. She was something else entirely, something that had been waiting. You think you're safe in your own home. You think you're alone. Think again, Because sometimes the things that haunt us aren't just in our minds. They're just waiting for the right moment to remind you that. If you've ever felt that chill, that unsettling feeling, then you know what I'm talking about. Follow 4 more stories that make you question what's real.